Here we will discuss about the development of closed loop transfer function. Now in my previous lectures I have discussed about the transfer function of the controller with different controller modes P, PI and PID. Similarly, I have discussed about the final control elements like control valves, and I have discussed about the dynamics of a process. And this is simple, the measuring element transfer function. So now we know everything, each and every transfer function here, and we know how to develop this block diagram from a feedback diagram. Now we are in a point to extract this transfer function in terms of the deviation variables. Now to find this deviation variables, C of S by R of S or C of S by U of S, that is load. How to derive this? That's what we will discuss here, development of transfer function. Now first we will find overall transfer function for change in set point. Change in set point means it is a servo problem. For servo problem, when there is a change in set point and then the disturbance variable will be constant, there is no disturbance, there will be only change in set point. So first we will take this assumption. Now a basic block diagram with transfer function G and output Y and input X. For this we have correlated, that is output by input is equal to the transfer function. Now similarly, when there are two transfer functions in series, that is G1, G2, this will be Z, Y and X. If you take individually, then Z by Y will be G2 and Y by X will be G1. So if you multiply these two terms, Z by X will be G1 into G2, which means when the transfer functions are in series, you can multiply all the transfer functions to find the final output by initial input. So these two things, if you are clear, basic fundas, then you can easily develop this complex feedback loop. Now here my load is 0, which means that for this comparator this part will be 0. Now for further deducing it, I can write R. So here it will be one transfer function G. Here G means the multiplication of these three transfer functions, because all three are in series. G is equal to GP, GV and GC. Then we have the output C with a feedback loop GM. Here it is B. Now further simplifying this one, I can write C is equal to G into the input. What is the input here? Error. That is G into error. This is my first equation. Now my second equation will be B. This output will be the transfer function into the input will be C. And my third relation will be error. Error is equal to R minus B. A simple comparator here. Now if I am combining these three equations, so C is equal to G into, my error will be R minus B. B means Gm into C. I am just taking this to the left hand side. So it will be C into 1 plus Gm into G is equal to G into R. So C by R, C of S by R of S will be equal to G means Gp, Gv, Gc that we got from this multiplication by 1 plus Gm, Gp, Gv, Gc. Simple, right? So this is how you derived when there is change in set point. Similarly, we will find overall transfer function for change in load. For change in load, this set point will be 0. So R is equal to 0, and further deducing this equation, I will get C is equal to Gp, and the comparator is having U plus, let me take this as M. So Gp is equal to U plus M. This will be my first equation, and the second equation will be M output is equal to, if I want to write in terms of epsilon naught as input, then it is simply the multiplication of these two transfer functions, which means M is equal to Gv Gc into error, and the third equation will be to find the error is equal to R is equal to 0, that is plus symbol 0 minus B. Now I am taking these three equations by going backwards, that is output is equal to transfer function into input. So part by part I have divided and I have got the three equations. Now combining these three equations, I will get C is equal to Gp into U minus, why I am writing minus, M is equal to Gv Gc epsilon naught. Epsilon naught will be minus B, so minus of Gv Gc into B. But I want the ultimate term in terms of C of S by U of S. So now how can you write B in terms of C? That is B is equal to Gm of C. So you can write G is equal to Gp into U minus Gv Gc Gm C. From this, if you write the final equation, C of S by U of S is equal to Gp by 1 plus, we are getting it into a left hand side, it will become plus Gv Gc Gm into Gp. Now we have found the second correlation. It is very simple, only you need to know first point, that is output by input is equal to the transfer function. With the simple equation we can create the complex terms very simple. Now we will generalize this equation, because every time when this is a common feedback system loop, we will be using every time the same system. So every time we can't derive this much in the examination or in any competitive exam. So we'll generalize this equation. Now the general equation will be y of s, that is output variable deviation variable by input deviation variable x of s, is equal to product of transfer function in the path of y to x. So when you just backtrace from y to x, whatever comes in the loop, that product of transfer functions you need to mention here, divided by 1 plus or minus product of all transfer functions in loop. That means whatever transfer functions you find in that loop, you just product it and give it here. Now here I have mentioned plus or minus. So plus for negative feedback control system and minus for a positive feedback control system. So we'll just try applying this generalized formula whatever we derived by C of s and R of s and C of s by U of s. So first for C of s by R of s, that means the product of transfer functions in the path of y to x. From C to R, just see, from C to R you are getting GP, GV, GC and the final R. That's what in the numerator, GP, GV, GC, right? Then 1, it is 1 and it is a negative feedback control, we have given positive, and the product of all transfer functions in the loop. There are 4 transfer functions, GC, GV, GP and GM. That's what the product here. Now coming to C of s by U of s, if you are giving it in terms of general equation, the path you see from C to U, from C to U, this is the path. So in this path you are finding only GP as a only transfer function, that is GP in the numerator, divided by 1 plus for negative feedback control and the product of all transfer functions in the loop, which means GV, GC, GM, GP. So the output by whatever input you take, the denominator will be same value, only change will be in the numerator. Now I will share you one of the secret here, a one step method. It is a shortcut which having the basic fundamentals. That is a basic fundamental I am applying here, y x g. Y is equal to g into x. This one you know it. Now it's very difficult to find each and every equation and you need to multiply those by sorting out and all. So without going through step by step, only in one step you can find the output by input. Here the output, what I will do, I will just backtrace it completely. That means output by input will be transfer function in a backtracing manner. C is equal to GP, the first variable I got, the transfer function GP. After GP you can see a comparator here with having 2 inputs. So GP into this will be U plus, again going back side, GV into GC into again a comparator here with R minus, let's call it as B, R minus what will be B, GM into C. So simple, in the one step I got the equation. Now only thing you need to do is sort out. C is equal to GPU plus GP GC GV R minus GP GV GC GM into C. So take this C term to the left hand side. So C is equal to GP by 1 plus GP GV GC GM into U plus GP GC GV by 1 plus GP GV GC GM into R. Now when there is a change in set point, that means U will be 0. When there is change in load, R will be 0. In this way you can find the transfer function between C by U or C by R. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel to get more updates from my channel.